The Gold Star mother of a soldier killed by Taliban fighters in 2009 blasted the Biden administration for praising the terrorists now in charge of Afghanistan for being businesslike and professional. A Qatar Airways flight carrying about 150 U.S. citizens landed safely in Qatar on Thursday afternoon, marking the first large group of Americans to leave the country since President Joe Biden's August 31 deadline. The White House released a statement announcing the plane's safe arrival in Qatar and lauded the Taliban's cooperation. The Taliban have been cooperative in facilitating the departure of American citizens and lawful permanent residents on charter flights from HKIA. They have shown flexibility, and they have been businesslike and professional in our dealings with them in this effort. This is a positive first step, the statement from National Security Council spokeswoman Emily Horn said. While trying to instill hope, the statement from the White House was not received well by all. Gold Star mother Jill Stevenson felt that the compliment of the Taliban's civility was blasphemous. Wow, the first word that comes to mind was blasphemous, horribly blasphemous, Stevenson told the New York Post. To call the Taliban that, it's absolutely disgusting, and it's coming from the White House. Stevenson's only son, 21-year-old Army Ranger Corporal Ben Kopp, was gravely injured when Taliban fighters attacked his unit in Afghanistan on July 10, 2009. He was then flown to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center outside Washington, D.C., where he died 8 days after sustaining his injuries. Stevenson was deeply offended by the praise of the terrorist group that killed her son. Given the circumstance of why it's even happening in the first place, why are we even negotiating with terrorists? She said. That makes me shake my head. As a Gold Star mother and as a voice that represents so many families who have paid the ultimate price for our freedom, and especially those of us whose loved ones took their last breath in Afghanistan, it's embarrassing. It's completely embarrassing, it's disappointing, it's disgusting, it's unbelievable. It's like living in the Twilight Zone, Stevenson said. Press Secretary Jen Psaki later attempted to defend the White House's statement. She claimed that the remarks were focused on the successful extraction of the U.S. citizens from Afghanistan. I would note that in that statement what we were announcing was the fact that a Qatari Airlines flight successfully landed in Qatar with American citizens, legal permanent residents, and Afghans on board who joined us in our fight over the last several years, Psaki said. We wanted to note that the Taliban was cooperative in facilitating the departure of these American citizens and legal permanent residents from HKIA. We promised we would get American citizens out, we promised we would get legal permanent residents out, we promised we would press the Taliban to get them out, and that's exactly what we did, she told reporters. Stevenson has been very vocal about her thoughts on the White House's handling of the withdrawal and evacuation of Afghanistan. She said that the militant group's takeover of Kabul came as a gut punch. She worried that many Americans will now lose sight of the service of the nearly 2,500 members of the U.S. military killed during the 20-year conflict. I hope their sacrifice doesn't get forgotten, Stevenson said. Here we are 20 years later, and so you do question why did we even bother? The Taliban triumph occurred just over 12 years after Kopp, 21, saved 6 fellow soldiers during a battle in southern Helmand province in which he was fatally shot in the leg. He suffered cardiac arrest on the operating table in Afghanistan and was left brain dead. 8 days after he was shot, Kopp was taken off life support. His heart, kidneys, liver, skin, bone and tissue were donated and helped save the lives of 4 people. It's an amazing gift, said Judy Meikle, 69, who was the recipient of Kopp's heart. Meikle was diagnosed with congenital heart disease a few months before Kopp died. Stevenson says she copes with the loss of her son by focusing on the blessings of his life and his organ donations. I believe Ben's mission was completed in the time that he was here, and he would not have been able to fulfill that mission had he not been an Army Ranger, had he not deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, had things not turned out the way they did and him becoming an organ donor, she said. Kopp was 13 when the U.S. was attacked on Sept. 11, 2001, and he vowed that evening to become an Army Ranger. He was eventually deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. According to his obituary, Kopp distinguished himself with the Army Achievement Medal with 2 awards, Army Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, the Army Service Ribbon, Parachutist Badge and the Ranger Tab. Posthumously he was awarded the Bronze Star with Valor, the Meritorious Service Medal and the Purple Heart.